And then CMS, which is basically the coding for Medicare and Medicaid, they passed a new rule, that's a new regulation that said anybody over nine daily medications flagged, and you had to have a special care plan meeting. And care plans are where all the group heads sit down and get together. And I remember going into a care plan meeting at one of my facilities in New York, and we were sitting down, and the person, like my food service director was excellent, kept meticulous notes on every resident, every patient. It was really good. We're sitting down, and this woman is on a medication to help her go to sleep and to then help her wake up. And she's like 85, right? Wow. So my food service director speaks up, and he's like, why don't we just stop sending her coffee, a pot of coffee every evening? Why don't we switch her to decaf? And the head of nursing said, what do you mean? He was like, well, she orders a pot of caffeinated coffee every single evening, right?
A pot or a cup? Yeah.
She would watch her show. She would watch her shows, and she would drink a pot of coffee. And the pots were smaller. They were like 8-cup pots instead of 12, but they were smaller. But
that's
still
8 cups of coffee.
Oh yeah.
That has to be a gram of caffeine, Alex.
Probably. I mean,
oh my goodness!
And the wild thing was, since it came from the kitchen, nobody viewed it as anything medical. And it struck me like, this woman is taking a stimulant in large doses, then taking a depressant to go to sleep, and then they're giving her another stimulant in the morning to wake her up. And all because we could just move her over decaf. She would either agree to it, or we could just put it in her care plan that we can't send it to her because of medical problems. And soon enough, we take her off that. Not only does she end up at the next care meeting coming off the stimulant and the depressant, the sleep medication and the wake up medication, but her blood pressure medication gets cut in half, and she is having better cognitive response than she had in like 8 years.